Hey folks, Ken McArthur here, best-selling author of Impact, How to Get Noticed, Motivate Millions, and Make a Difference in a Noisy World. And also The Impact Factor, How Small Actions Change the World. You can pick both of those up on Amazon.com. You can get more information about me on KenMcArthur.com if you haven't already learned all you want to know. Had a great week this week. Last weekend I was actually in Raleigh, North Carolina, with Sam England and Brian McLeod, who are hosting the Warrior event. Had a great time down there. It's always so powerful to get a chance to spend time with amazing people, and of course that event was no exception. If you would like to spend time with some amazing people, then you should join us at JV Alert Live in Orlando. It's coming up next weekend, and it actually kicks off in a week from today. So that's an exciting time to be together. There are going to be some great people there. Tom Beal is coming down from Rich Sheffrin's organization, and we've got some other great people that are going to be at that event. One of the people who's going to be at the event is Jayson Benoit, who I got the great opportunity to listen to in Raleigh when I was at the Warrior event, and he was talking about how to profit from solo ads, how to make the right decisions that really make a difference, because it can be tricky when you're out there spending money to get customers. It can either be a money avalanche for you, or it can be a money pit for you, and the difference is in knowing exactly what to do. So it's going to be a great presentation. I already know that. It's really wonderful to have Jayson here with me. If you would like to encourage other people to join us, get this information, please feel free to go out on Twitter and Facebook and say we're going to have a great webinar today. You can send those people to kenmacarthur.com/open, and that's our open series of webcasts for the Impact Action Team and everybody that's interested in how to create a mass audience for all of your ideas, products, and services. So Jayson, great to have you on the webcast today. Thanks so much for dropping by and filling in. I really appreciate it, and it's a great opportunity to spend some time together.
Well, I appreciate you actually inviting me in here, so then I can actually give this presentation and hopefully help a lot of people and show them how to actually protect themselves and actually save some money in the time being here. So
Well,
what I'm going to be talking about today, and let me actually just show my screen here so everybody can see.
yeah, very good. I see it.
Okay, perfect, great. I'm going to be going over and talking about building your email list with targeted traffic using solo ads. Now, I know that a lot of people, and that word has been thrown around out there a lot within the last all talking about solo ads, and exactly a lot of people saying, hey, this is the greatest traffic you can ever buy, but you have to be careful and have to protect yourself. So what I'm going to actually be going over today, let me show you exactly here. I'm going to go over what are solo ads and why to buy them, because I'm sure there's still people that have heard of it but don't really actually understand what a solo ad is and why they should be buying them. So I'm going to go and explain all that. And what you need before purchasing your very first solo ad. So we're going to go over step by step exactly what's needed and what the solo ad provider will be asking for, just so you're ready. I have so many people that have bought solo ads from me in the past, and they're very brand new. They just said, hey, I was told I need to buy a solo ad, so what do I need to do? So I'm going to actually explain that, so you'll feel like a seasoned solo ad buyer before you get to that point. And of course, why solo ads work so well. Okay, there's a lot of good information, a lot of good things that you can get out of a solo ad, but we need to make sure that we're actually asking the right questions and doing the right things. We're going to go over free offers versus paid offers, and I'm going to be explaining that from both sides, the solo ad buyer and seller. I'm going to go over where to find solo ad sellers. Okay, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, and then actually tell you even the people I buy my solo ads from and get my traffic. And what to look out for. And of course, the questions to ask. That's the big thing. What do you need to look out for? Okay, because you need to protect yourself. Because I hear it every week. I'm talking to people almost every day, but at least 2 or 3 times a week, I talk to somebody and they say, hey, I went out there and bought a solo ad, 1,000 clicks, and I spent hundreds of dollars on this, and I didn't get that good of conversion rate, and I didn't get any sales. Well, we're going to go through all this, okay? And also, I'm going to tell you what the average cost is of a solo ad. So if you go out there, you can have an idea of what the cost is for this type of traffic. And of course, the importance of tracking your traffic. This is the big key here, okay? This is the big grand poobah. You have to track everything, okay? Now, hopefully everybody here is ready to learn, because I got a lot of good information, and I know some of this might be for a newbie, but I'm trying to make sure that I cover the full spread, because there's some people on here that might know what a solo ad is and how to do a few things, but I need to make sure I'm covering it for everybody. So if some of this is really, you already know, please just wait, because I know I'm going to get into some information that you probably don't know yet. All right, so exactly what is a solo ad? Let me explain this. A solo ad is basically you're buying a space. Somebody's sending out your email to their email list, and it's just your content, your email. And you're usually paying for a guaranteed amount of clicks coming to you in your offer. So solo ads allow you to send the ad to an already established and targeted audience. So a lot of the solo ad providers have huge email lists of 100,000, 200,000. I've bought in solo ads from people that are well over 500,000 subscribers on their email list. And these people that are on their list, they're seasoned. They're used to getting these emails, looking at the offers that they're sending them, opening them up, subscribing. Those people are used to these types of things. Okay? It allows you to build an email list very quickly, very easily, because when you're buying this traffic, it's targeted. Okay? Most of this is in the IM, make money, biz op type of niche, but there are other niches out there that people have, self-help, and I've heard of real estate and so on and so forth. But it's a very quick and easy way. It's the targeted traffic. It's right there. These people are wanting to see these offers. Okay, so it makes it very quick and easy for you to actually build your own email list when you're sending them to a squeeze page that has your opt-in form on it, ready to build that email list for yourself. Now, when buying targeted traffic to an optimized sales funnel, okay, make sure you see that's in red. I put that there for a reason. An optimized sales funnel, you can increase your sales conversions, okay, because now you have traffic coming in to your sales funnel, knowing they're targeted, looking for this type of product or service. That can increase your sales conversions, tremendously, because you have that audience. Okay. Now, what solo ads are not? Now, I really want to explain this, because some people have this grand vision of solo ads. Well, they are not a guarantee that you're going to receive a good conversion rate and build yourself this huge email list. It's not a guarantee, okay? This is not, and I'm going to repeat this again, this is not a guarantee that you're going to make any sales at all right? A solo ad, it's just the traffic source, okay? You still need to test and tweak your entire sales funnel so you can maximize those opt-in conversion rates and your sales percentages using a good quality tracking software. Okay, everything comes down to tracking, and tracking again. You need to make sure when you're buying these solo ads that you're getting good traffic. Now, who here has heard, if you could, in the question box, Who here has heard of a program called Quality Click Control? Has anybody heard of that? If you can go ahead and type in yes in the box if you've heard of that. Ken, you still with us? You might have muted yourself.
I am with you, and I did mute myself just to keep the noise down. But I'm not seeing any clicks right now of people that already have that program. But
okay. Well, that's fine. I just wanted to find out if anybody out there knew about that program. Let's go to the next slide here. What you need before purchasing your very first solo ad. Now, solo ads sound like just the greatest way of getting traffic ever to your website, but let me explain exactly what you need before you purchase that solo ad. Okay? You're first going to need an autoresponder account, such as a GetResponse, Aweber. There's others out there. There's a new one, SendReach, Imnica Mail, eBizZack, and I can go on and on and on. There's so many. iContact and AllContact. You need to have an autoresponder account. Okay? You need to have a squeeze page to capture those subscribers. So those people are actually being put into an email program like GetResponse or Aweber. Okay? Now, you need an email swipe file. Now, what a swipe file is, and this is terminology that everybody in the solo ad business will say. They're going to say, hey, okay, you bought your solo ad, send me your email swipe file. And you're going, what are you talking about? What's a swipe? All that is the email message you want them to send to their email list. And you also need a tracking link using software such as the Quality Click Control program. All right, so then you can actually track all the traffic that they're sending you. So you can see, hey, is this coming from any type of web page? What countries is this coming from? And you can track all this stuff, conversion rates and sales percentages. You need a good quality program to do that for yourself. Now, why solo ads work so well? Now let's think about this. Who here is struggling to build their email list because you just can't get the traffic? If you're struggling, go ahead and type in yes in the box. And Ken, if you can tell me if people are putting in yes or no or maybe, if you can tell me, because unfortunately I can't see that. Still with us, Ken?
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I've been talking to you, but it doesn't do any good. Yeah, we've got all yeses in the box, so we're good to go.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, the good thing about solo ads is, again, number one, it's targeted traffic. Okay, it's a lot easier than going out and trying to just get brute force traffic to come in. You want people that are wanting your type of offer. Okay, because then your sales percentages should actually go up because these are the people targeted to your ad. Immediate response. Now let's think about this. When you're buying a solo ad, normally those solo ad senders, they're going to give you a date and time that they're going to send out, and you get all that traffic normally within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, so it's an instant hit of traffic to your website. So you can buy a solo ad depending on how your sales funnel is done, maybe over on a Thursday night, and because you want some extra money to take your wife out to eat dinner over the weekend. Buy a solo ad, send it to your sales funnel that's hopefully optimized for you, and then actually start tracking and seeing everything coming in. And it's an immediate response. You're going to get people within that day or two into your offer. And these are, like I said before, these are seasoned subscribers. Okay, these are people that are used to getting emails. Okay, they're on the solo ad provider's email list, and they're used to seeing other offers. So they're going to be used to actually opening up emails and hopefully viewing your email. You're just going to have to make yourself stand out. Okay, and then some solo ad providers will help by giving you tips, tricks, and even writing the email swipe file for you. So if you're not used to writing any type of emails and you're just sitting there guessing, if some of these solo ad providers will help you with that, because they do it every day. I must write at least 2, 3, 4 emails a day, and I'm used to it, so I kind of know what works for me and what doesn't. Okay. Now, how many of you want this kind of targeted traffic? How many of you want this kind of immediate response? How many of you people want seasoned subscribers? And of course, free tips and tricks from people that do this all day, every day. I'm sure most of you, if not, you're crazy. I mean, you want target traffic. You want it immediately. You want these seasoned people. You want the free tips and tricks. Of course you do. Okay. Let's talk about free offers versus paid offers. Okay. Most solo ad sellers will only want to send to free offers. I call this kind of like the ethical bribe. Okay, I'm going to give you XYZ in return for you giving me your name, email address, or what other type of information you're asking for. So they end up getting onto your email list. It could be much, much harder for some people to actually try to send out an email to your email list telling them, here's a product that costs money, click here, kind of thing. Once you start putting in prices into an email, then you limit who's going to go and actually sign up on that email list and look at that product or service. So most, not all, but I will say most people will not send directly to a paid offer. And of course, you're going to want to get as many people on your email list as possible. So I always suggest at least sending them to a squeeze page. You might not have to say, hey, I'm giving you a free product, but actually tell them, hey, I have information on XYZ, sign up here. And then you could, once they sign up on your email list, then you can forward them to your product or service that you're trying to sell. Okay? Now, who here already has a sales funnel? And Ken, if you can help me with this, if everybody on here, if you have a sales funnel already, go ahead and type in yes or type in no that you don't. I'm just trying to find out how many people on here have a sales funnel or not.
Okay, we've got a couple yeses. No no's so far.
Okay, perfect. So, great. We got some yeses. So, hey, guess what? You're just one step away from getting a solo ad, really. All right. Now, let me tell you where you can find these solo ad sellers. Okay. There's so many people out there right now and that have built their list, and a lot of people are selling solo ads. Now, first off, is there anybody here on this webinar that sells solo ads yourself? Might as well go in there and type in yes. If you do, why not? Let's tell everybody else you sell solo ads. Okay, so they know. Is anybody on here selling solo ads? If you can just type in yes, and Ken, if you're still with us, if you can just let me know if anybody.
Not seeing anything yet.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't type it in, I'm moving on. I was trying to give you some free advertisement there. So let's go on then. If somebody types something in, Ken, just
I'll let you know. All right.
Okay. Then I have a website I created real quickly called soloadservice.com, and what I do is I am listing people that I actually buy my solo ads from. Okay. You can go on there. I sell solo ads myself. So of course I'm listing myself on there. Hey, I'm a marketer. I market myself and my services. So I'm listed on there as well, along with several other people. And then I'm also listing a couple other different websites that you can go to and use to actually find people that are selling solo ads. Okay. Now there's also Skype chat rooms, and hopefully everybody on here is on Skype. Skype, honestly, for me, has been a huge income stream for me, just actually talking to people and being able to connect with them on Skype. I've learned it is much easier for me to ask for somebody's Skype username than it is asking for their phone number. They would rather allow me to chat on Skype because, of course, if they don't want to ever talk to me again, they can just delete me. Say, nope, I'm blocking you. I don't want you. So it's a lot easier for somebody to get into Skype and give you their Skype username, then there's a phone number. And on Skype, there's so many different people out there. There's so many different chat rooms. I actually have my own chat room just for solo ad buying and selling, where somebody will post in there that says, I'm looking to buy 500 clicks. Somebody else comes in, hey, I'm selling 250 clicks. So it just connects the buyer and seller together really easily. And also on the soloadservice.com website, I actually have a link that you can click on if you have Skype already on your PC. That'll actually just put you into that Skype chat room so you can start communicating with everybody. And of course, Warrior Forum Classifieds. Now, I was just at the, like Ken spoke earlier, we were just at the Warrior event in Raleigh. There's a lot of people on the Warrior event, or on the Warrior Forum, excuse me, that actually sell solo ads as well. And the good thing about on the Warrior Forum is, hey, if you have a good or bad experience, you can post that. So then there's instant testimonials right there, or you can see, hey, this guy's not doing too good because he has too many people complaining. But normally, hey, if you're out there on the Warrior Forum, you can read all that information, and you're going to be able to tell, hey, who's good, who's not, so on and so forth. Okay, now, what you need to look out for and questions you need to ask. There are tons of people out there selling solo ads, but not all sellers are created equal. Okay, they're not. Here's some things you should do and questions you should ask, because you need to protect yourself. It's all about protecting yourself and making sure you're not just wasting money. Okay. First, I actually go in and I'll Google a seller's name. Okay, I just want to Google them to find out who they are, what's going on. Is anybody talking good, bad, negative, anything about that person? Let me try to research a little bit and find out who they are. Before I'm going to spend money with somebody, I want to know a little bit of information about them. Now, sign up on their email list. Okay, so if you do this Google search and you find somebody and they have a blog, you go over to their blog, and then they have an opt-in form. Sign up. Okay, actually see what kind of emails are they sending. Does it look good to you? Is it something that you're interested in? Do you think everything looks on the up and good? Perfect. So it's just researching a little bit on that user or on that solo ad seller. Review their testimonials. Okay, now one thing that I am very cautious about are testimonials. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is when you go to somebody's website, now I have my own site where I actually sell my solo ads myself, and I do have testimonials out there. But what I did is I actually took a screenshot of some other places, like there's a Safe Swaps website, there's Warrior Forum Classifieds, and you take screenshots of the testimonials people left for you. Okay, it's like a social proof. Because if you go to somebody's website and you see just a picture of somebody and some text to the right saying, oh, Billy Joe Jim Bob says I did the greatest solo ad ever, sometimes these testimonials don't look real. You want to make sure that they're good quality testimonials, they're real people. Contact some of these people. If you don't know them, search them up. Hopefully on the testimonial, on the websites, they might even list their name and email address or their Skype username so you can contact them and find out for yourself. But definitely you want to get some kind of reassurance, some kind of testimonial to say, yes, they're sending good traffic. Their solo ads are really good. Verify you are paying for unique clicks from their email list. Again, I am going to say this, unique clicks from their email list. Okay, the one thing that you really have to be careful for is people will actually sell you traffic, and I've seen this happen. They sell you traffic and then put the link that you give them into some kind of traffic exchange program, or they'll buy exit pops or pop-up ads from other advertisement companies, like maybe an AdFly or something, okay, and then sell you that traffic. They buy it for, a couple dollars and sell it to you for a couple $100. That's not the kind of traffic you want, okay, and you need to verify that you're getting unique clicks. Now, if people are out there saying, hey, what's unique? What do you mean by that? Let me explain this. If I received an email, or let's say you receive an email in your inbox, and somebody is sending you an email. They're talking about a specific product or service. They might have the link in there twice. Well, you might click on that link twice. Now, do you think, do you want to pay for 2 clicks that the same person did, or do you only want to pay for the one unique person? And the answer is you want to pay for that one unique person. So no matter how many times that one person clicked on that link, you should only have to pay for 1 click from that person. Okay? Very big difference between raw clicks and unique clicks. And also verify if they're sending your ad to their buyers list. Now, there's a lot of people out there when they're building their email lists, and a lot of these list builders and product sellers, they will create separate buyers lists. Okay, so when somebody buys something from them, they take them off all their other lists and put them just on a buyers list. And really, I'm the same way with some of my products. I protect that list a little bit. I'm not just going to send anything to those people. Those are my buyers. Those are the people that actually take action, put money out there, will buy things. So you want to try to find out, hey, do you have a buyer's list, and will this solo ad be sent to the buyer's list? Or some people don't create a separate buyer's list, and they have their buyers on all the different lists that they have set up already. Okay. Verify if they're going to be sending your email swipe, or if they're going to create one for you. Okay. Now, a lot of times there are solo ad sellers that completely say, I will not send your swipe whatsoever. I'm going to send my own. Okay. You have to be a little bit careful with some of those people. Make sure that you're really looking at testimonials. I know some people that do that, and some people I buy my traffic from that do just this. And what happens is some people will send just generic emails that say, look at this latest and greatest product, click here. Well, that's not really pre-selling your product at all, or pre-selling that opt-in page or that squeeze page for you. So normally when you're getting that kind of email sent out, the people that are clicking through, your conversion rate's going to go down because they really don't know anything about what's going to be on that squeeze page, so they don't know. It's just a guessing game. So your conversion rates usually go lower, unless, I will say this, unless, and I've had this happen, there's some people that will send out their own emails. They don't want to send yours, they want to send out their own, and they're basically giving you like almost like giving you a testimonial. They usually sit there and they're talking to their subscribers in their email, saying, hey, I really was checking out this product and service. I think you're really going to like this. Check this out. Jay should really help you out with this one. And then they have a link that goes to your product. Now that's where the person is really giving a testimonial for you. Okay, they're backing you on that. Those work well with some solo ad sellers. But really, you want to make sure that there's some kind of detail in that email that's being sent out. Now, not a huge, book email that's being sent out that says everything about everything. No, normally the shorter emails are working better. Okay, and if you go to a solo ad seller and you have this huge, ginormous email that's 10 paragraphs long, they're going to say no. I do. I say no because I know somebody's not going to sit there and read that entire thing and then click through. Okay, people, when they're reading email, they're doing it quickly. They're doing it real fast. In this world, everything is instant. Everybody wants it immediate. So you give them the information quickly and easily, real fast. So they read basically, what's your squeeze page about? If you're giving away a free WordPress ebook on how to install WordPress, you want to make sure you have that in your email. A little bit, maybe a little bit of a text around that, but you want to make sure it has that detail. So before they click on the link in the email, they're already pre-sold a little bit. Okay. Now your squeeze page should really be doing most of the selling, not just the email, but your squeeze page needs to do the selling as well. Now, verify the date the solo ad will be sent out. Okay, you can't expect to actually go to a solo ad provider, buy a solo ad right off their web page without ever talking to them, and then have it sent out immediately. Okay, you need to verify. Make sure that there's some kind of contact. You have contact with them. Find, get their contact, get their Skype username, get their email address, get their Facebook contact so you can message them there. Make sure you have direct contact to this person somehow. Okay, and you're going to want to, when you purchase a solo ad, normally what I do in the very beginning is I verify all this information before I send any money, before I purchase it. Okay, so make sure you know what date they're going to send it out. Okay, and on that date, verify the traffic is being sent using, of course, like the quality click control software. You need to make sure if they said they're sending your traffic this date that you're actually getting it. You want to verify, where is it coming from? What countries is it coming from? Is it, is this traffic converting well? Am I making sales off this traffic? Those are the types of things that you really need to look out for and watch. And here's a lot of the questions you need to ask. Now, who wants to know the average cost of a solo ad? Now, if you're still on here, which it looks like everybody's still here in attendance, I'm sure everybody wants to know now. Hey, how much do these really cost? Okay. Now, the current market today is between 35 cents to $1 per click. All right. Now, the average price is around 40 cents to 60 cents per click. So when you're going out there looking for a solo ad, these are the average prices. Okay, and these are unique clicks. I'm sure, hopefully you understand what that raw versus unique was, but this is for unique clicks. 40 cents to 60 cents. And it's a big range, okay? Every solo ad provider is different, okay? Buyer list and geo-targeted solo ads normally cost more, and they're going to be around $1, $1.50 per click. And what those solo ads are, let me explain this, is a buyer's list solo ad is when you are buying, your email swipe is being sent just to their buyer's list. Okay, not everybody else, just to the people that have bought something from that person. Okay, that normally you're going to yield a higher sales conversion with that type of traffic, because those were the people that took action. They got their credit card out. They got their PayPal account out. And a geo-targeted solo ad is where you're saying, hey, I want traffic just from this country, just from U.S., Canada, UK, Australia, just from the top English-speaking countries. And there's people that sell that type of traffic. Because honestly, and hopefully nobody on here takes offense to this, but if you're buying traffic and you get, let's say you get a bunch of traffic that's coming from, I don't know, Zimbabwe or maybe a Romania or something like that, you're not getting a lot of buyers from that traffic. Okay, I haven't ever had anybody from Zimbabwe or Romania ever buy anything from me. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you're getting, the traffic that you want. But a buyer's list solo ad and a geo-targeted solo ad, they're going to cost more because it's better traffic for you. Okay, now always, always, always start with a test. Never just go out there and just buy a bunch of clicks without testing your sales funnel. Number one, you want to test your sales funnel to make sure that you're going to get good opt-in rates and good sales percentages. Okay? Always start with a test. Do not buy the largest amount of clicks a solo ad seller has to offer. So if somebody goes out there and on their solo ad page they say, hey, I can sell you 2,000 unique clicks, don't buy it. Okay, and the reason why is because most of the time people kind of extend themselves. Okay, so they say they can do 2,000 clicks, but can they do those within a reasonable amount of time? Okay, now when you're buying a solo ad, they usually guarantee, hey, I'm going to send you this amount of clicks. But it could take them time over and over and over again, and then they have to segment their email list, send out your email to people that didn't open up the previous email, and keep on doing that and doing that and doing that. So they're sending out that email several times to their email list trying to get the people to open it up and click on the link. Now, normally what I have found out is the first 50% of the traffic that you get from somebody is the best converting and sales percentage traffic, okay? Because those are the people that are opening up the email and taking action immediately. They're not the ones that are waiting and saying, oh, I've gotten this email 3-4 times, let me check it out now just to see what it is. No, the best conversion is usually within the first 50% of the traffic that you get from that solo ad seller. Okay, and this right here, I can't say this enough. Okay, you need to track some more. Okay, everything comes down to tracking. You need to know your numbers. Okay, the importance of tracking. Now, this is by far the #1 thing you need to do when it comes to buying traffic. Not just solo ads, any kind of traffic that you're buying. This is what sets apart, just the average person from, a successful solo ad buyer like myself. I do this very successfully because I track everything. Okay, so I know who I can go to and buy a solo ad from and what's going to perform for me. Okay, know where your traffic is coming from. You have to know, is this coming from a website? All right, did this come from a traffic exchange website? Did this come from some kind of ad fly, exit pop, advertisement thing over here, over there? You're going to want to know that. And if you're buying a solo ad where somebody's supposed to be sending out to their email list, and all of a sudden you're getting traffic from a website, that raises the red flags for me. Hey, what's going on here? Because when some traffic comes from a website, sometimes it can be what's called forced traffic, where the person might not have clicked on a link, but they're being forced and automatically redirected to your site. So it's something that they didn't choose, something they were forced to. So that's why I always say make sure you really check and know where your traffic is coming from. That's key. Okay, know your opt-in conversion rates. Okay, you need to know. If for instance you bought a 100-click solo ad, okay, and then you had, out of those 100 people, 50 people subscribed to your email list. That would be a 50% conversion rate. So you need to know what your conversion rates are on your sales funnels, okay? You need to know all these numbers. You need to know your sales conversion percentages. So now that if you've got those 50 people to actually, purchase product, you had a couple sales. Let's say you made, I don't know, $100 in sales. Okay, you need to know these percentages. It all comes down to, you need to know your cost per lead. So if you paid somebody $50 for a 100-click solo ad and you got 50 subscribers, hey, it cost you $1 per lead. But then you also need to find out, what am I making off of that? What's my sales conversion percentage? How many, percent of people that are purchasing, and what's the amount? So then you can tell, are you profitable or not? Okay. Now, no math, no money. Okay. Now, let me tell you, I was actually doing some webinars with another group, and we're just talking about solo ads. Nothing like this. We're just going through some solo ads, and that term came up. No math, no money, and it just made so much sense to me. Very easy thing to say, rolls right off the tongue, but it's the truth. If you don't do the math, you don't know if you're making money. You could be losing so big. You need to know these percentages, okay? You need a good quality tracking program. You need quality click control, all right? Quality click control does all of this for you. Okay, let me show you the ultimate benefits of the quality click control program itself. Now, this is a little bit of a tongue twister, but let me say this. This is your traffic targeting, rotating, geo-targeting, conversion tracking program. Blah, that was a tongue twister for me. Now, with quality click control, it is a click tracker. Okay, you need to know your numbers. You need to find out, hey, how many raw clicks versus unique clicks versus, let me look at my percentages and all. You need to know your numbers. It's a click tracker. Okay, you can create alias links with this. So with this program, you can also hide your affiliate URLs. I'm not sure if you're doing affiliate marketing and you're sending out emails promoting another product or service. Well, if you just put your affiliate link in there and somebody sees that, they're going, oh man, that's an affiliate link. Let me put my own in there and I'll buy it for myself. Okay, this, you can hide your affiliate links. You can make these pretty links using the software. Okay, it has multiple campaign features within it. So now you have more control over your traffic. It has campaign features such as, different types of, if you want to use some kind of rotation type of software, this has that in that. So you can actually have it do what I call a spillover mode, a fulfillment mode, an evenly mode. There's so many different ways that you can control the traffic or control the clicks coming through using the software. There's also geo-targeting. Now, I spoke about that a little bit earlier, and that's where you're targeting specific countries. So you can set up a link in here and say, hey, I only want people from, let's just say, US, UK, Canada, Australia, to be able to go to this link. But anybody else, I want to redirect them to another link. You can do that with this program. Okay? It makes it very quick and easy. Now, it's just like, I know some people on here might be CPA marketers. And with CPA marketing, a lot of times when you're looking at programs to promote, they will say, we're only going to pay you from people that bought from US, UK, Canada, Australia, and a few other countries. But what do you do with the other traffic? Okay, if you send it to them, they'll still use it. Hey, people can sign up on their email list, people can buy it from them, but you're not going to get any benefit from that. So now you're wasting your traffic sending it to them. Where, what if you can find a similar offer that did take other countries and just redirect the traffic to go to that page? So then you're not wasting your traffic, okay? Now, the ability to view statistical details. Now, you need to know everything about your traffic like I spoke about earlier. You need to know, hey, raw versus unique versus, what web pages was it coming from? What countries is it coming from? What browsers are other people using? This goes all the way down to telling you the date, time, IP address, everything of the person that clicked on your link. You can even download that information into a CSV file so you can do whatever you want with it. Okay, if you want to do some more statistical things and make some Excel spreadsheets and do something, you can do that. Okay. Ability to share your statistics. Now, if you're on here and you were a solo ad seller, or you're selling traffic to somebody, or you're doing something, you can share these statistics. It actually gives you a link that you can give anybody so they can see the statistics of any one of the links that you set up. Okay, so, and that is real-time stats and statistics. And normally a lot of solo ad sellers use this program, and then they'll give their the person that bought a solo ad from them, they'll give them that link to say, here's a link that you can actually check your stats in real time. Okay, it makes it really easy so they don't have to, at the end of sending out the traffic, they don't have to take a screenshot and email them an image of, hey, here's the statistics, thank you very much. They can just give them a link and say, look whenever you want. Okay, conversions and sales tracking. Now this is the big thing. You need to know your cost per lead and your profit per campaign. So this will actually track your conversion rates, track all your sales on the back end from products that you are selling. Now, it's just a little tiny piece of code that you would have to put on your what we call thank you page. So once somebody signs up on your squeeze page and they click the submit button, normally they're redirected to what I call a thank you page. You'd have to just put a little tiny bit of code on that page so it can track it and know, hey, this person actually got to this thank you page, so that's a conversion. And then on your sales pages, you would actually put a little bit of code on the page where they go to download the product after they purchased it. So then this program can actually track, hey, you've gotten 100 clicks in, you've gotten 50 people to opt in, and you made 2 sales and made $100. Okay, this program does it all for you, so you can actually tell. One bit of software can do it all. Okay, and now let me ask, who wants the super duper, holy cow, deal of the day? Now, I'm sure everybody right now is sitting here going, Jay, shut up, just let me know. What do you have out there? Now, let me tell you, Quality click control, I've actually been using this for years. This is something that I've actually had out for a little while. I've been selling it for a little while, and I've added new features and working on new stuff right now. Okay, I'm always working on my products and trying to have different version levels. Right now. I'm on version 5. It's going to be released within 1 to 2 days. Version 5 is going to be out there. Okay. Now, the Impact Action Team. This is just you guys. This is the super duper holy cow deal of the day. I feel like I'm on like Price is Right or something here. Okay. So we have Quality Click Control. Quality Click Control itself. That's what I've been talking about. That's a tracking software. Normally it goes for $247. All right. And then I'm going to give you here's a bundle deal here. Here's Fast Funnels. It's an automated sales funnel creator. Okay, I've sold that for $997 one-time fee. All right, and then the Sales Funnel Secret software. All right, now I'm going to ask this, and I know people are going to get excited. Who likes free? Okay, I'm sure if you don't like free, you're crazy. So everybody on here should be saying, yes, I like free. Well, gotcha. Unfortunately, I can't do free, but I can do dang close to it. How about this? Quality Click Control. Not $247. All right, I'll give it to you for $197. Okay, now let me keep on going here. Here's Fast Funnels. Fast Funnels, it's an automated sales funnel creator. Now let me explain this because some people might sit here and go, oh man, what's that? Now, let me tell you, I actually spent a year to a year and a half creating this program. So it's for people that aren't technically advanced. Okay, they don't know how to do FTP, PHP, MySQL, API, JavaScript. They don't know any of that technical stuff. Okay, this allows you to easily, within minutes, set up a sales funnel. And I'm not joking you. Once you set up this program, it asks you for your PayPal email address, your ClickBank username, ClickSure, PaySpree, and then Aweber information. Once you have that in there, that's all you need. Okay, and then you just click a button, say, yes, I want to create a solo ad for this product, or not solo ad, I'm sorry, but sales funnel. You click a button, and it creates an entire sales funnel. Opt-in page, thank you page, OTOs, 5 different OTOs. It has, if you're using Aweber, I also give you a follow-up email series that you can import into your Aweber account that automatically sends out 5 other emails that are promoting other affiliate products with your affiliate links automatically within it. Now this is one of these things where, hey, it's really a point and click, okay? But that's not $997, all right? It's $197. And here's Sales Funnel Secrets. I'll give it to you for nothing, okay? So you're getting $1,441, 75% off. First 10 people, now, today, you get it for $394, all right? Now, let me show you. This is what I have here, okay? Quality Click Control, which really I've been hammering you with this and telling you the benefits of this. You're going to be able to track everything, your conversion tracking, where your clicks are coming from, what countries, everything. Okay, you can actually even use it to control that traffic and say, hey, I only want traffic from these countries to go to this link, and I'm going to redirect everything else some other place. You can use that. It has rotating features in there. If anybody's ever heard of a rotator, understands what that is, this has multiple different rotation features that you could use. You don't have to. You could. It's all in there, all in one program. Okay. Then you have the Fast Funnels, and I just went over all those benefits. It's really a sales funnel creator program that all you need to do is click a few buttons, and it creates you a whole sales funnel automatically. So if you don't have that technical ability, don't worry about it. And then you get Sales Funnel Secrets, okay, for free. All this for just $394, and really, it's 75% off. I sell it for $1,441 for all that. All you need to do is go to Quality Click Control /Impact Action Team. Now, actually, I'm going to actually go to that link here, okay, and just show you guys. Now, just stay with me here because I got something else for you that I want to show you. Now, sure, here we go. All you have to do is Quality Click Control Impact Action Team. Okay. Here it is, quality click control, fast funnels, and sales funnel secrets, 75% off. Okay, $394 for the entire bundle. It's a one-time fee. This isn't a monthly fee. This is just one time. Okay, the quality click control program, that gets loaded onto your web server, your website. Okay, so you can control all that. The fast funnels, hey, I have that on my cloud server. I control all that, so you don't have to worry about any of that technical jargon there. You don't have to worry about it. In the sales funnel secrets, I'll send you a download for that. Now, this is a one-time fee, $394. Now, if you want, I have it so you can make just 2 payments of $225 for the entire bundle. But then again, I know some people, hey, you might not want fast funnels as well. You might just want quality click control, or vice versa. You might just want quality click control, not fast funnels, so on and so forth. So down here, you can do you just want quality click control? Okay, I'll sell you quality click control just itself for $225. Okay, or if you just want fast funnels, I'll give you fast funnels for $297. If you just want those separate programs, you can have those. Go ahead, check it out. Hopefully you learned something from this presentation today, because I really want to make sure people are protected. So when you're buying solo ads and going out there, please just don't go out there and buy 1,000 clicks from somebody and spend $400, $500, $600 on the traffic and not know what's going on. Hopefully you actually took notes and you understand some of the things that you really need to do to protect yourself. And again, I not just because I have this program here for the quality click control, but everybody, you need to track your traffic just to make sure that you're not getting ripped off. Okay, you need to know where that traffic's coming from.
All right, fantastic. Thanks so much for being with us here today, Jayson. Lots of good content. I know that that solo ads can be a huge opportunity for people to expand their list quickly. Sometimes we don't think about actually going out there and paying a few bucks for traffic. But if you have an existing funnel, if you have a proven sales funnel, that can be a very, very effective way of building your list very, very quickly. You just have to do it right, and you have to, as Jayson was saying, you have to track your results, because if you don't track your results, you could get burned. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to anybody that is part of the Impact and JV Alert Live family. I hope everybody will take the opportunity to come see Jayson in person. He's going to be at JV Alert Live in Orlando, so you can spend some time with him there. And he's a great guy to get to know. Come on down, pick his brain. You can get information on JV Alert Live at jvalertlive.com. For those of you who are interested in Jayson's offer, I typed the URL into the chat window there. You can just click on that and go straight to it. And thank you so much for being here, Jayson. It was a great opportunity for people to learn a lot about what solo ads are and how to profit from them. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you very much, Ken. I appreciate everything. And just one more quick thing. If you come to Orlando, don't be afraid to approach me and approach other people. It's all about networking and getting to know each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And going to be some great people there. I hope you're going to be there too. jvalertlive.com. Come and say hi to both of us, and we'll introduce you to some great, great people. So hope to see everybody there. Everybody have a great afternoon, and we will talk to you soon.